Hey everyone. So this is my first live on on YouTube Direct. So if I make any mistakes, forgive me. Today I want to talk about how to help your autistic child clean their room, because I know that us as autism parents, most times we end up doing most of the things, if not everything, for our children on the spectrum, right? But at the end of the day, I don't think that's really helping them. I think that's hurting them, if anything. Um, so, I mean, every child is different. Every child on the spectrum is different, of course. So, some kids are able to do certain things that some other kids cannot do. So, you as the parent, you know your child best. And I think it's best for you to, as a parent, determine what you think your child can do and not let autism be an excuse for the child not doing it. Push your child to do what you think that they can do. It will take patience. It will take a lot of, um, oh, what's it called? Like you doing it for them in the beginning, you showing them what to do, right? It will take a lot of that in the beginning. And that's why sometimes we end up doing it ourselves, because it's just easier to do it by ourselves, right? So much easier. But like I said, what we want is we want to have them as independent as possible, as much as we can, because um, in the way the world works, if everything goes as planned, we probably will leave this earth before them, right? So we want them to be as independent as possible. So today I'm focusing on cleaning their room, just because I know that that gave me a lot of heartache. It was a lot of work for me to be able to get Williams to clean his room. Um, it was a lot of step by step to follow, right? So we need a lot of patience. You already know this. If you're watching me, you're an autism parent. So you already know that teaching an autistic child needs a lot of patience, right? So I think the first thing that we need to understand is when we're teaching our autistic child to clean their room, first we need to show them where things go, right? So we have to have like different cubbies for different things, different boxes for different things. So for example, you have a box where your pencils go, you have a box where your so pencils and crayons are the same, where you have a place where your books go, you have a place where your toys go, things like that. So we need to have those things already set in place so that we can show it to them and say, okay, this is where this goes. So after we've established where different items go to, now we want to show them the art of picking stuff off from the floor and putting it in those boxes. Do not assume that your autistic child already knows how to do this. Okay? I made the mistake of assuming, but no, they do not. Okay? Some of them might, because autism runs differently in different people, right? So they have different abilities and the disability affects them differently, right? So if your child is having a hard time when you say go clean up your room, then it would be best for you to assume that they do not know what you mean. Okay, let's start with that. And then as you go on teaching them and you see what they already know, then you can up your expectations, right? Okay, so for with Williams, I had to start with me and the therapist, of course. We had to start with teaching him to pick up the stuff and putting it in the right box. Like I said, you already showed what goes where, right? So in the beginning, Williams would take forever to pick up one stuff. So we went from just verbally saying pick up the stuff to actually showing him what it means to pick up the stuff, right? So say pick up the pencil, and then he would go pick up the pencil, and it will take forever. So in the beginning, you may want to do hand to hand with your child. So with Williams, I had to hold his hand. We would pick up the pencil, and then we would walk to the box where the pencils are supposed to be, and we'll put them in there. And then we'll go back and pick up another one and go back in there. Now, this is a lot of work, as you can imagine. It's a lot of work on me, because I'm not only picking up stuff, which I could have done by myself and it'll be done with in less time. But now I'm actually hauling another human being and getting him to do it. But it's worth it because now Williams knows how to clean up his room. So stay with me, okay? So at first you may want to do hand to hand and show him, just the process of going back and forth, back and forth. Because believe it or not, your autistic child probably doesn't know that, okay, you pick up, you put, you go back and pick up until it's all gone. It may seem like it's a that's a no-brainer. He should know when you say clean up, that's what you mean. Go pick up until it's all. No, probably doesn't know, and maybe verbally will not do it. So like I said, you have to do hand to hand. You have to show it. So I did that with William. So we'll go pick up and put it, go pick up and put it. And then over time, he learned to do it by himself. Now, another tip I want to share is, and of course, when they do this, you want to reward as well. Okay, find intervals where you reward them for doing exactly what you ask them to do. Okay, the reward system works. I love the reward system. If you follow me, you know I do. I love it. And over time, it phases off. Like they don't need to reward anymore. They just do it. Some people fear the reward system because they think, oh, the child will just get used to rewards, but that's not true. After a while, it phases out. They just do it because now they know how to do it, and they see the benefit of doing it, right? A clean room in this instance. Because believe it or not, sometimes they don't even know how to do that thing, and that's why they are not doing it. So the just rewarding them to learn how to do that thing is worth it, because for them, once they learn how to do that thing, now they have confidence in doing that thing, and really what they needed was just the confidence to do it. It's not that they did not want to do it, if that makes sense. Okay, so another tip that I want to share is when you tell your child to go clean up their room. So we had to go from the phase of me helping him hand to hand to clean up all the pencils in your room. And he'll go pick up all the pencils in his room, and that will be it for that day. Depending on your child. If your child can do more, please go ahead. But with Williams, that will be it for that day. He'll just clean up all the pencils in his room. Or clean up all the trash in your room. Anything you want to put in the trash, pick it up from your room and go put it in the trash. And that's what he will do. Or pick up all the books in your room, or pick up all the toys in your room. And then we graduated from that to pick up all the pencils and the books in your room, and he will do that. So now you get the picture. So it just goes gradually. You cannot do everything. You cannot expect them to do everything at the same time if your child has autism. Because like in another video that I shared, your child might be 10 years old, but his reasoning is that of a 5-year-old. Okay, you have to bear that in mind when you're talking to an autistic child, when you're expecting things from an autistic child. Okay, you have to think about how old are they really in their reasoning, right? So we went from that to picking up 2 things to picking up 3 things, and now I can say, well, go clean up your room, and he knows to just take everything off the floor that is not on the floor. Now he knows to pick up the pencils and put them where they're supposed to be, pick up the toys and put them where they're supposed to be. So even if there are 10 different items on the floor, by different, I mean there's lots of pencils, there's lots of books, and 10 different categories, he knows that at the end of the day, what mommy wants to see is a clean floor, right? We're still working on the bed. He doesn't know how to make his bed yet, but he knows mommy wants to see a clean floor. But this is the procedure that we used. This is how we made it happen. Okay, so if this blesses anyone, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what part of the tips that you loved the most, and if you've tried any of it, let me know how it worked for your kid. And yeah, I just felt the need to share this video, and so I did. So I hope this blesses someone. Again, when I share a live video and people come on my live, I'm giving away my beautiful study wrist trainer. It's very, very high quality. I'm giving it away for free if anyone wants it, but it's only for people who come on my live. And I can see that nobody came on my live today, so nobody's getting it today. But next time, and I think it's my fault because I don't do like a regular live. I have to pick a day where I do a live so people know I'm on. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for coming on my live. I hope I know how to turn this thing off. Okay, so bye, and leave me a comment and say #replay.